All right, guys. Well, the time has come for us to take a look at this knife that Jared over at Knives Knives designed, because it's a misdemeanor designed by a felon. Let's turn us around and take a look at this thing from above. All right, guys. This is the misdemeanor designed by my buddy Jared over at Knives Knives. So to get some stuff out of the way first, because there's been some questions about this because somebody was complaining on one of my shorts. This did come from Jared. This is not my knife. That's the first thing. Two, this is a prototype. There will be changes to this knife. That's two. And three, this knife is not yet available. It will be available hopefully in October. So with that all out of the way, I believe it's being made by Weave Knife Company. Pretty sure of it. Feels like a Wee knife, but it came in this pouch. So let's just go ahead and think that. So let's get this out of the way so we can talk about this. This thing is not something I expected to like. Like, Jared sent me this and I saw it and I was like, well, that's a bit over the top, isn't it? But then I really got into it and this thing's awesome. So this is in K390 steel. You see Jared's logo there. This thing is a deep, deep hollow. Now, this is not, as Jared and I both agreed when he said it, and I agree with him wholehearted, this is not a hard use knife. This is simply a laser cutter. Deep, deep hollow on this. I don't know how clearly you guys can see that. Deep, deep hollow on this, almost non-existent behind the edge. So let's go ahead and get Jared's list of changes out of the way. Okay, so Jared says, I got the list right here. It says the changes include the blade finish. It's going to be a deep satin on all versions. The clip will be slightly extended for smoother operation. I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of like the pocket clip the way it is. It's really comfortable. It's going to be 3 months. Well, they'll be available on Knives Knife Knife Co. Sorry about that, for around $300. It's about 95 thou behind the edge with a deep hollow. He is going to have a couple of DLC versions of this. The DLC versions, 2 DLC versions, but the Rockwell on those are going to be a little bit lower because of the DLC process. So just some little things there. But this thing, okay, now that we got all that out of the way, little changes and things here and there, as you know, in the prototyping version. This is a performance cutter. This is not something you're going to use for hard use. It's got a very, very fragile tip. It would be easy to break or bend that tip. But if you're just doing some cutting, which I have, it's insane how well this cuts. Nice long handle that sits really well in hand. And then your ramp up on the blade. Jared knows what he likes in a knife, and a lot of times Jared and I agree on those things, and he's just really put it in this knife. Textured almost, it's a jigged titanium on this with a frame lock, and the action on it is just beautiful, just shy of drop shut. It is a front flipper top flipper. Listen to the action, it just slams open. Front flipper top flipper, access to the aperture on it, really good, even if you got big hands. Now, Jared said some of the markings are going to be in different places. So this is going to be on the pivot, and the K390 is going to be somewhere else, like further back. So he said that he's going to change the pocket clip. I really don't think he needs to be honest. The access to the lock or the pocket clip is great, and you still have really good access, and it's not a hot spot. I don't know if he's going to extend this so it's not pushing down on the lock bar to give you better access or better action with the front flipper, but I don't think it needs it. You've got this beautiful shape on this blade. So does not affect the blade shape itself, but these give it a very futuristic look and feel. This has got a very good angle of approach when you're holding it and cutting. Just slightly radiused blade on this. And I did cut up a bunch of cardboard. Now, it's obvious that that's not the factory edge. Jared has sharpened this himself. So I don't know what the factory edge was like. But you can see it's prototype, so there's going to be some little flaws, there's little misgrinds and stuff. But you can't complain too much in a prototype. It is got a very light, very long handle. So we're just kind of, this is just like first impressions kind of thing. And I don't have a lot of time with this knife. So I'm really impressed how comfortable it feels in hand. You can definitely bear down, but it's just shaped well. It's just shaped really well. And then Jared, gotta point it out, Jared put the cutout for the spring tension inside. So Lots of really good things. There's a couple things I don't like about it. And I do have to, you know, I've got to be honest. I have to tell you guys this. I don't know if maybe we'll see what it's like in future iterations, but let's go ahead and flip this around. Flip side of the story, flip side of the knife. Okay, let's talk about some negative stuff. Sorry, Jared, I have to do it. First of all, I like access to the lock bar, but this being completely straight and then this being contoured over, it definitely is abrupt in the hand. I think I would have wanted this to match a little bit more. It's very... This just seems like that should be where your finger goes because that's the natural point, but then this just basically is like a straight lock bar. That needed to be cut down a little bit to give you that finger groove there. Next thing, the finger choil, forward finger choil is okay, but I would have wanted this to come down deeper and have a much more abrupt end here. The way this slides up, and I've almost done it twice now, I've almost slid up onto the sharp part of the blade, especially if you've got big hands. I've almost slid up onto the sharpened edge of that. I think I would have wanted this to be a steeper radius so that it came up and almost acted like a finger guard on that. And then I just don't like I said, the combination of the two, that's uncomfortable when you're up in that forward choil. It kind of makes you not want to use the forward choil. And if you're back here, it feels like you're too far out from the actual working edge of the blade. Even though it's only that much distance, there's a big difference in how it feels in use. And then the final thing, the jimping, I like the fact that he put jimping the full length of the spine before it transitions down in, but the jimping is kind of soft. It happens a lot with companies. You could see it's not got near the hard edge that I would want on that, a little bit more aggressive. It's not horrible, but like it doesn't really grab your finger. So that's all I've really got on it. So far, I'm really impressed with how it cuts. I'm happy that Jared got this, that this is going. Like I said, these will be available back in, or coming out October timeframe is what he told me. So guys, that's it on this. Is it a yup or a nah? It's a yup. It's definitely a yup, especially just the way it cuts. As long as you remember, this is not like a hard use. This is box cutter territory right there. So let's go ahead and turn this around, do some final thoughts, send you out about your day. Yeah, guys, it's been hit or miss with some of the YouTube knife reviewers doing knives. And I'll admit, I was a knife designer a while ago. I've designed some knives as a YouTuber, and it always calls into question, but this one absolutely can't go wrong with it. I love this thing. It's great. So not to make it take any longer, there may be another video. I have to get this back to Jared as soon as possible. So there may or may not be another video, but you know, there's going to be some changes to this design anyway. Anyway, guys, that's it on this one. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, drop a comment. Those are the best things you can do for a channel. If you want to, you can join my memberships down below. But if you don't, you want to support the channel a different way, tons of affiliate links down below. Basically, the channel's self-sponsored. All those affiliate links support the channel. Doesn't cost you anything at checkout. Most of the major knife vendors are down there. I also have an Amazon store. I have a couple links down there that have discounts built into the links. Coffee Brand Coffee, Temper Trail. Come on, drink coffee. Everybody's going to. Try it out. They have a money-back guarantee. If you don't like the product, you can get your money back. It's amazing coffee, by the way, so I don't think you're going to take advantage of that. I also have got a coupon code of crazysharp, all one word, that will save you 10% at Rosecraft Blades, Katsu Knives, and Fire & Forge Knife Works. So, guys, that's pretty much it on this one. Like I said, check out the memberships. Check out the public Discord down below. And if it's your birthday, happy birthday. And I'll see you guys in the next video.